All right, good morning, everybody. Think we're live. On my little preview over here, it shows me what I was doing about 20 seconds ago. So I guess I'm about 20 seconds behind, which is kind of annoying because it used to be a better sync up. But anyway, at least we're live. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope y'all have had a great week this week. Let me get this camera situated a little bit better. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm a few minutes late, but I appreciate y'all being here. Dana, good morning. Hopefully your Wi-Fi will cooperate this morning. Rune listening in the background. Okay, awesome. Night Owl, good morning. Yeah, what can I say? Unfortunately, when you have to rely on the post office to get you your content, yeah, it doesn't always work out that way. Bearsback sent me a package the other day, and it is still in the ether. I stopped by the post office. They're really, really good at my post office. Really helpful, really will work with you. And, so I went by there just to see, because the expected delivery day was today. And the package wasn't there. The last time it got scanned was when it went one stop past where Bearsback put it in the mail at. So, hopefully it'll be here like Monday or Tuesday. But it never actually arrived here in North Carolina according to their scan logs. Oh well. Let's see. All right, good morning, Brian. Good morning, James. Nico Wolf, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Alrighty, got the whole crowd in here. You're getting there for the whole crowd. Yeah. So what I did, I know I put viewer's choice in the title, but I've got one thing I think y'all might find interesting that we can look at and take apart, and that is a quick-set smart key, and maybe look at how to rekey it or reset the cylinder when you don't have an operating key. I'm not good at picking those, and I haven't made a little shim to go in there. I'm not sure which generation of smart key cylinder this is, but we'll take it apart and figure that out. Anyway, yeah, we'll just look at that. Peter Fox, good morning. Yeah, up earlier than usual. Hey, I slept later than usual today. The cats are very used to their feeding times now, especially the 4:30 a.m. feeding time. They just had to deal with it today. Okay. All right, Anthony. Charles, good morning from the Lock Sportscast. Bearsback, good morning. Yeah, we'll get it here. We'll get that package here. When I do, I'll do just a package opening video on it, just to go over what's in there and everything, and look at it, and hopefully it'll be here in the next couple days. He said give it till about Monday to see if it magically appears at the post office here. If it doesn't, then he told me how to go in and put a claim on it, and he said that whenever you file a claim online for the package, then it actually forces the system to go looking for the package. and basically forces a scan of every package in their possession just to figure out where it is, which is pretty cool. But we'll get it here. Miko Wolf's sister, good morning. Thank you, Dana. It's a Walmart special shirt. My others were starting to wear out. I haven't bought like clothes to wear, like street clothes to wear in years, and finally I said, either I'm gonna have to buy some clothes or get in trouble for public indecency. So let's see. Night Owl, hate being up earlier than usual. Yeah. Bear's back. I'll do a package opening video. Of course I will. So you had to help a friend move. You're a good friend to help somebody move, Peter. I hate moving. I don't like to do it myself, and really don't want to go through that for anybody else. But anyway, so yeah, hope everybody had a good week. It was a short work week for everybody. So some of y'all here Wednesday morning. But anyway, it's nice warm weather. It's already starting to get pretty warm outside right now. Glad I had the air conditioner running overnight. Morning, Wallers. They hate clothes shopping. Dana, that's why for years I only shopped at American Eagle, because I knew my size and I knew that their sizes were consistent, and so I could just go online and order, like a pair of jeans or a shirt or something like that, and it would arrive and it would be the appropriate size and fit, and it was comfortable and I liked it, and that was that. Unfortunately, my sizes have changed since the last time I did that. Alrighty, Peter. Alright, so since some of y'all have to cut out early, let's go ahead and look down here on the bench. I'll get y'all switched around. There we go. And I know, like, Night Owl's seen this before. Some of y'all have probably seen and worked on these before and know more about them than I do. But this was actually just on my house whenever I bought it. And of course I've replaced it with Schlage hardware. But it's set up just like a regular, quick set knob set. You got your interior turning to lock. Of course, the smart key cylinder allows you to lock it and unlock it from the outside. One thing to remember with Quickset that I have figured out over the years is going clockwise always locks it. Counterclockwise unlocks it on a knob set. So lever sets, I believe, are opposite, because there's a gatehouse lever set on the door from my laundry room to the kitchen, and it is the opposite way. It sits like that, and you have to do counterclockwise to lock and clockwise to unlock, opposite of this. But on the knob sets, that's true. So if you have to pick one of these to get in, and you don't have a plug spinner, you'll have a better chance of picking in the correct direction. So the way that this one is set up to work is, instead of trying to go through, like when this is mounted on the door, instead of trying to reach through there with your screwdriver and coming around and working around the knob and everything, because the knob's not removable, instead of trying to work around that to unscrew it, this actually, if you can get in there and loosen it up a little bit, you can see where it's got these catches, and actually all you have to do is rotate the rose that's on the door, and it allows you to disconnect that and allows you to keep the bolts in there. It also makes for easier installation instead of trying to put this in, go through the latch and then line up your interior latch, and then go through the holes and try to start the screw and get it in there. That's really, I think, the real reason why, and not just going around the knob, but getting it started makes it easier for a DIY installation. So that's the interior knob. We don't care about that. We'll take off the latch. Let's see. There we go. Just got to push in on the latch. It's a cheap latch. It is. I mean, it does have an adjustable back set. So if you got the 2 3/4 back set, you can adjust it, or the 2 3/8 back set. Either one, you'll be able to adjust it for. Enough of that. And then the actual taking apart, make sure it's unlocked. And let me get my quick set tool out of my bag. A couple other things we'll need. You just turn that, and then you would go in. Even though this is shrouded, you would go in with your quick set tool or a screwdriver. You would go in on this part right here, and there's a little tab to push in on, and then you just remove your spindle, and then that gives you access down into the cylinder with your pickle fork to remove it. Possibly. I've actually never taken this one apart before. There we go. And you just, with the ends of the pickle fork, you just reach down there, and the cylinder is held in place by these two little springs. And basically what you're doing they're compressed in there, and what you're doing with the pickle fork is just drawing them closer together so that they release from the tabs that are in here. The little catches down in there, you can see. This one's good and greasy too. But there's like a little notch right there where they would catch into, and you would you basically just dislodge from those tabs, and it allows you to pop that out. So of course the biggest thing with the QuickSet Smart Key is the ability to rekey it yourself. Let's see, let's look here. Letter picker, good morning. Yeah, the QuickSet Smart Key does have a sidebar in the cylinder, so you've got to, with the first and second generations, it's shaped enough to where you can use a regular tensioner, regular like pry bar to go in there. Let's see, video stuttering for anyone else. Okay. That's interesting for the video to be stuttering. I hadn't noticed that. Yes, now I see that. It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Let me try to... Okay. There's picking up a little bit. Maybe. Okay. Are we back yet? Okay. Let's see. How's it sounding? Alright, I'm gonna crash it one more time. So don't panic. Okay. Alright. Alright. How's this working? Sound okay? Remember, I'm like 20 seconds behind what y'all are seeing, so looks like it's clearing up on my end. I dropped my frame rate down to 30 frames a second and dropped the resolution down to 2K from 4K. How's it looking from y'all's end? It's kind of looking a little bit better on my end. Alrighty. Some better, sounds fine. Okay. I'm just gonna get some random tools out here. So I'm actually giving it data because sometimes it doesn't like it when there's nothing showing up on the when nothing's happening. So hopefully it's looking better. Let's see. Fred Flintstoner, good morning. I think somebody else popped in there to say hello. Anyway, with the smart key, again, I'm not sure which generation this is. The older generations, you should be able, well, some people are able to pick them fairly easily. I'm not one of those people when it comes to the smart keys. I would like to be able to, but I know on the third generation you have to go in and sneak in to put pressure directly on the sidebar. Just because of the way it's shaped. Seeing what I can get. If this actually works, then this will be the first time I've ever picked a smart key. Maybe it'll work. Maybe not. Alright. Alright, looks better. So far, so good. Okay. Good morning, Ronald. Getting better all the time. That's what I say. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time picking on this. But now Jason and Night Owl and a bunch of other locksmiths, they're all fancy and they've got You know, they've got their fancy little reset tool, which we'll talk about why you need that here in a minute. But let me grab the key real quick. Here we go. It's a factory cut quick set key right over here. Just look at that bitting, you guys. Look at that. Yeah. This is the bitting that I've got in there now. And you can see it works. And of course, put this one in and it doesn't work. So the reset process is you put your key in, the working key. You turn it 90 degrees clockwise, okay? 90 degrees clockwise. And then you take the reset tool or some other flat pokey tool and you go in, and I hope you guys can hear this, but you go in and you press until there's a click. Okay? You either feel it or hear it click. This one's still springy. I'm not feeling or hearing a click. So we'll see, make sure that we've got it in there right. Okay, that was a soft click right there. I heard it and I felt it. And that allows you to pull out the current operating key. Put in the new key. Turn it back. Turn it. Pull out. Turn it again to check it. Pull out. Put your old key in there. And the old key does not work. Let's see. Let's look. Okay. Quit trying smart key. Yeah. Yeah, Fred, I've had this extra long one. Actually, Darkwood Picks made this for me 4 years ago. And I would love to get somebody else to make one for me, make another one for me, because he's not making stuff anymore. But it's 50 thousandths. He made it out of an old saw blade, he told me. And it's just been awesome. You know, just a little bit longer than your standard pry bar, but I love it. And I'd love to have like 3 more of these. But he even put the little notches in there, the little teeth in there. So yeah. Anyway, so that's how you rekey a smart key. But if something happens, and like let's say you're rekeying a house or your house or whatever, then and you need to rekey this, without replacing it, it's in good shape, all that good stuff. But you don't have the original key. Well, you can use one of the reset cradles. Those cost like $35-$40, if not a little bit more. I don't have one of those yet. It's on the shopping list. Let's see. Pokey tool. The better resetters. Okay. Probably still use the cradle for speed. Back alley shit right there now. Okay. Been around that long? Yeah, you have, Fred. You've been around a while. All right, so the way that you would get this out. So, remember this is the operating key right now. And we want to key it back up to this, but we no longer have this key. So we get in some way to be able to gain access to the cylinder. And let's see, you take that C-clip off. And then there is this other retainer right here. Pull that out. Like that. Being extra careful not to break anything, of course. And then your smart key, your whole thing just comes out like that. Now you've still got to get, we've got to get access to the little wafers that are inside of there now, because the way that you rekey it without the reset cradle, because right now the reset cradle, you would simply put this in there, turn the cradle, put your new key in, turn the cradle or whatever. There's a little procedure for it. Turn it, put the key in, turn the key, turn the cradle back, turn the key back, and it should work. Something like that. Should work. If you have time and you got the space, you can come in and you don't have the reset cradle, you can do what we're about to do. Now the way that you need to be able to pull this out is you need to move some of these wafers to where they clear and allow the plug to come out. So one way to do that is you can either go in there with your pick and try to pick it. Let's see, Griff. Weren't no dang silly smart keys. Hey, LockPicking. Yeah, keys were dumb and we liked it. Back when Yep, do the what is it? The cha-cha shuffle, something shuffle. Now I read in my locksmith test study guide that you could use a depth key with all 3 cuts on it to go in and remove this, but that ain't working. Let's see if we can get it. It's putting pressure on the back of it. Nah. Alright, so we're going to have to go one by one. There we go. Well, actually just one. We'll remove that. And this is the part where you really want to make sure that you have a good working space. Here's our sidebar. And according to people who pick these, this being the rounded sidebar should be one of the easy ones to pick. Because it's rounded, when you apply tension to the plug, then it allows this to bind up to your wafers that are inside there. So we can pull the sidebar out, and then let's see, I believe we just pull this out here, straight out, like so. Just the sidebar mechanism. And that has all of our little adjustable wafers in it. Just the side piece. We're going to leave the rest of this alone. You don't need to mess with it. But you can see how that has all the little adjustable parts on there. So very carefully, without spilling anything, we're going to set that right there. We're going to put it back to this key. So we'll put this in. There we go. Make sure everything's sitting pretty in there. You can see how the finger pins have changed to the depths of the key. And then you very carefully put that back together. You might actually slide it out a little bit to where pins all sit properly. Keep your finger on these finger pins. But yes, this should have a very flush, very tight fit to it now. And you take your sidebar, put that back in there, leaving the key in there. And then, there we go. Put that back in. And of course, that does not work. And we just lost something. We lost it. Of course, when I said be very careful, y'all knew this was going to go all to crap, didn't you? And let's get some of these lifted up. Because the goal is to get these pins lifted up, or at least pushed out of the way where that plug can be pulled out. Just got hit in the eye with one of those guys. I have successfully done this before. Believe it or not. Now we need to put things back in their place. I think I know where I screwed up now. Yeah, you took the lock apart, you dumbass. That's where you screwed up. Yeah. I wanted to have all of these notches lined up first when trying to rekey it. Otherwise, I think I keyed it to a blank. The little notches on these adjustable wafers, you need to have them lined up in this groove right here. Actually, you need to have your sidebar in there. Isn't that right? I'm concentrating so hard on this, and I'm sure y'all are yelling at me in the comments. Let's look. Of course, my video is still jumpy. Yeah, as I said, be very careful. And that's what jinxed myself. Yep, that's what jinxed me. Alrighty. So let's have this here. Let's put our new key in there. And align these. Align the little sliders. And this is why locksmiths buy the reset cradle. Okay. Just take that. Alrighty, there we go. It's on there. Everything should be in. Is that one going to give us trouble? I don't know. We'll check the sidebar when we get it in. If the sidebar can compress down in there, I'm going to check the fit. I think I just lost it because I didn't maintain tension on there. Damn it. Yep. Got to keep that in there. Get these little fellows aligned. I've got a siren. Uh-oh, they're stopping near my house. Huh. Alright, so that fits very flushly. Awesome, nothing poking up top. Let's drop our sidebar in here. And that goes much better in there now. And it turns within. We can remove it. It is locked. We'll put this little clip. This little clippy goes here. All right, that way we don't pull everything apart. Put the key in, and it works. Take our old key. Does not work anymore. Sweet. How sweet is that? Only took me one try, you know. There we go. And we're back to being able to do that. Let's take our cylinder, pop it back in there. Take our latch, put it in. Inside handle, put that in. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. All right. Again, take it. It spins freely. What did I forget? What did I forget, y'all? I know it's sitting right there. Doesn't matter how good I did on the other stuff. No, come on now. Leaving that spindle out will get you every time, won't it? Oops. There we go. Put that in. Locked up. Put the key in. Unlock. And lock it. There we go. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, let's look at the chat. Yeah, basically what Night Owl was just saying in the chat. Yep. Yeah, so, yeah, that's, what he said. Yep. Hey, Alpha Centauri. Good afternoon where you are. Yep. So there, we got it. Sweet. And if we were really good at it, let's see. It's supposed to be in the unlocked position. So unlocked, you turn it again 90 degrees clockwise. Push in with your pokey tool. Listening for a click. Pull the old key straight out. Push the new key straight in. Turn all the way around. Listening for a click. pull it out, go in, lock it, unlock, old key, no mas. Sweet. Sweet. You know, every now and again, even if it's been a while since I've done it, I do remember exactly what the hell to do. Most of the time. It might take me a try or two, but yeah, that's what we got. Oh, Lordy. So today's going to be short, especially since the video's cutting up. I don't like video that cuts up. I hate watching it even more. So switching around to this, we're going to go ahead and wind her up for the day. But yeah, that's pretty much just how you do that if you don't have one of the fancy reset cradles. Just a little bit of patience, line up the little notched wafers, the notches. That way the sidebar will fall in. You hold it in there, put everything back together with your new key in there, and then reassemble it, and it should work. So I actually had to do that on the front door of my house because when you do that for a deadbolt, Night Owl, correct me. Night Owl, Jason, all y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this, but if you're doing it on a deadbolt, you have the door open, but you have it in the locked, in other words, bolt extended position before you start the rekey procedure. Is that correct? I believe that's how it is. You have to have the bolt extended before you begin the whole rekey procedure for a deadbolt. And I screwed up on that. I didn't have the bolt extended. So, anyway, yeah, that's when I had to actually sit down and do this because it was right after I bought my house, and I could still get in because it was on the front door, and I don't normally use the front door. But, you know, I could still get in, still get out, so I was covered there. But being, you know, having a different key, no key for it. That is correct most of the time. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's how I did this. I took out my study guide and it said, you know, complete disassembly will allow you to rekey. And so I figured out trial and error, just like you watch me again, see it, you know, or do it again. Because it's been literally 2 years now since I did that. So that's why it took me a minute, because I've not done it since. But it's good to practice. So I did it. Right. Okay, depends on the handing of the door. Yeah, this is a left-hand, what is it? Left-hand reverse where it swings inward? Yeah. Yeah, left-hand reverse door. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the little, you know, reset cradle thingamajig, you know, you decided to spend your $30 on something else, then that's how you do it. So anyway, yeah, appreciate it. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up a little bit early today because I didn't get the package in the mail from Bears Back. But we'll look at that when it gets here. So Bears Back, thank you. And everybody else, thanks for joining in. We're going to go ahead and wind it up for today. Because I'm spent. I'm spent and I'm hungry. And I want some food, and it's starting to get warm out here. Even though I've got the air conditioner running and the fan helping circulate and everything else, it's still getting warm out here. It's going to be a hot day today. I was thinking about mowing the grass today, but I think it's going to be even too hot to do that. So we're gonna retreat inside and find something to eat, and then get ready to watch for get ready to watch Jason. Stop by there for a while. I've got stuff to take care of in the house, but I'll have it on in the background as always. So anyway, y'all, appreciate it. Hopefully next time the internets won't get so screwed up. I need to build a shelf for my router, and then that way the antenna will be up a little bit higher, because it does have to go through the wall of the laundry room and then through the wall of the shop here. And I think when I adjusted the camera down to look at here, there was probably interference between the walls and I don't know, everything else. Who knows? But anyway, y'all, appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and wind up now and finish up for the day. Also, I wanted to say real quick, thank you to everybody who has chimed in about my video I posted the other evening about picking a name for my business. I really, really appreciate all the feedback. I mean, there are tons of good ideas y'all have came up with. And I really like them, and I'm really getting kind of a good sense, because I was stuck between just, one or two names, and this is giving me a good insight, a good way to look at certain things. So yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, and what I'm probably gonna do is in the coming week or so, maybe just sit down and write down what looks really, really good to me. Put out kind of like my finalists. I'm not going to put it all up on I'm not going to put it to a vote, because it is my business that is going to be made. But I do want to get feedback out of the ones that I like the best. And then I'll decide from there. But anyway, I do appreciate it. So, all right, guys. Enough rambling. Yes, Dana, Kitty he's doing better. I don't think he's quite back at 100% because he still strains sometimes. But I'm just watching that real close. So, might need another follow up to the vet soon just to get that checked out. But anyway. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Stay out of trouble. And we'll see you next time. And I'm just going to sit here until I think my stream and everything is caught up. So anyway, probably cut myself off mid-sentence again, but not mid-tagline. So y'all